Okay, we're gonna make juice again. Welcome back, episode number 3. This is it today. I just want to make some ginger shots. I bought a lot of ginger here, and I bought a lot of turmeric here, and I really didn't have the intention of using any sort of citrus, like I don't know, I knew that I was like, oh, I'll make ginger shots and I'll juice the turmeric and add the turmeric in with the ginger if I want to mix them for one day or something like that. But then I realized that, well, I don't fully know how this is going to go. So I'm assuming that I'm going to need to put these together, like the turmeric and the citrus. It might have to just be in one. And then if I want to add these to this, if I didn't just want a ginger shot, then I'll mix them like tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like if I want to mix them. But again, I don't really know. I don't know what will happen if when I just put this in, because I don't know, like this is not a juicy thing. It's not like an apple or whatever, you know, it's very stringy, and I don't know. We're gonna see together, we are gonna discover together what happens. So, I need to get a little waste bowl, hold on. And yeah, well, we'll see how it goes, I don't know. The last video I made was the last time that I juiced. So whatever you watched last with me and of me was the last time that I did any sort of juicing. And I will say, I did overdo it quite a lot. I made too much. And it's not that I regretted it. I guess that I just couldn't really drink it all, to be honest with you. Like, I think that the juice should probably be consumed within, I would say, 5 days max. Not that it goes bad, I just don't think that it is as potent. I don't know. One of the ones that I made, like, you remember, if you watched the last episode, you'll know that one of them was very unattractive in color. Well, 2 of them kind of were, but one was definitely worse than the other. And that one I had a hard time having and stomaching, you know. I think I'm a visual eater, it seems, and yeah, so I overdid it, and so now I've realized that I won't overdo it. I'm not obviously going to overdo it today, but in general, next time I do this, I'm not going to overdo it. But I really didn't think that I was going to make that much last time. Like, I thought that my yield would have been small. I'm pretty sure that I talked about that. I think I shared that in the episode, that I was like, I don't think I'm going to get that much, and I got way too much for one person, so whatever. And I was getting ready to film this with y'all because, you know, like, I feel like you kind of have to, like, put yourself together to do this. You can't just, like, show up in your PJs. I guess you could, but I don't want to do that. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, what am I going to talk about? Like, I don't know what I'm going to discuss. I don't know what I'm going to share with you all. And I guess really we just kind of wing it, don't we? Like, I think we just discover together what there is to talk about, and I realized I could probably actually just discuss what's going on in current events of my life. So the latest things have been that I've been practicing yoga more. I've been moving and doing asana a little bit more. I wasn't doing a ton of it, and now I'm doing it, but just making some kind of modifications and substitutions and figuring out what works for me right now for the circumstance that I'm in. So that's been really good, and I feel much better that I'm showing up to practice, and I've just been doing it from home, virtual yoga on Zoom with the teachers of One Yoga. Now, I joined, they have a 40-day sadhana going on right now. It started on the 1st of January this month, if you're watching in January. But I didn't join it because of just feeling like I didn't have the capacity. I was feeling like a little bit too much in pain, and just not comfortable to do asana. But then I kind of got motivated to do it because I also don't want to be complacent and I don't want to let those things fall. And every time I do practice yoga and every time I do go to an asana based class, I feel not only so good, but I feel, I don't know, like I get really emotional every time I go to yoga class. I just feel that it's such a special place and it's like the place for me, and I feel such gratitude that it exists. And I don't know, there's something about the poses, it's like every time I'm in them, whether I can show up fully in them or not, there's this like revisiting. It's almost as if I've been there before, like that I have lived another life that I don't know, that had the poses in it too. I was someone who was practicing yoga in my past life or something. I don't know, but there's like this familiarity that I can't, I guess, maybe explain, even though I am explaining it to you, but you know, you know. So I've been doing that, not every morning, because I don't want to overdo it, because every time I kind of overdo it, then I put myself in kind of a I don't know, precarious situation, basically. I don't want to overdo it. So then I just supplement with other types of practice. So I went to Kirtan practice in Vancouver, and then I'll be going this weekend again to practice chanting the sacred names, and that feels really good. I always love that. There's never a time that I don't enjoy chanting the sacred names. And yeah, so that's been like what I guess I've been doing for yoga related things. And then I did tell this story on my Instagram stories the other day, but I started going to Banyan Books in Vancouver. If you're not from Vancouver, you're obviously probably not going to know it, but if you are in Vancouver, the likelihood that you're going to know what that is higher. But it seems to be like obviously an independent bookstore. I actually don't know, but I think so. And they have like quite a bit of spiritual stuff in there. It's quite cool. And I've only been there a few times in the last little while, and I was browsing around in there, and I was in the yoga section, because if all else fails and I don't know what I'm doing or what I want to do or what I want to purchase or look at, I always end up at the yoga section. It actually works out really nicely because it's in this own little zone by itself, like all the way at the end of the hall. It's like walking down and being like, oh, you know, it's like you get to this yoga section, it's just the happiest time of your life. Anyways, so I was browsing around and I didn't really want to purchase anything. I didn't really have like extra funds to spend, but just looking to see what was there. And I originally actually went there because I had started and wanted to continue building my altar at my home, honoring the gods and the goddesses, and of course some Buddhism as well. And so I thought maybe I could find myself a little nice statue or something like that, a nice little thing of one of the deities to put on my altar, but there was nothing. They didn't have anything. They were all like tiny or a little bit too expensive and whatever. Anyway, so I'm looking and I end up finding this book of the sutras that I had always wanted. I should go show you it. I got turmeric all in my hands. Hold on. Stay tuned. Hold on. Anyways, I wanted this book of the sutras. And you'll know it. I mean, you'll know it. By Sri Swami Satchitananda. So this one, you know this one. I feel like everybody kind of knows this one. But there was two of them. There was one there that was brand new, and I believe bigger than this one, like thicker in size. And then there was one that was like a pocket version, because the new one I think was like 20 something, maybe $25. I don't know, or maybe it was 30. I don't know, but too much, too much. So I thought, well, maybe I can get the pocket version and just leave it in my car, and that would be nice because when I need something to look at or do, I can browse this. And so I picked it up. And I read through it a little bit while I was there, and then I decided to put it back because I realized that any book can become like a book for your car. It doesn't have to be this pocket, like when, I feel like it's such a thing of consumerism, you know? These like pocket things. It's helpful, like it's cool, you know, whatever, but, oh, I stained my towel, of course. I need to get a towel I don't care about, you know? Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on. I need to find, I don't care about this one as much. I totally forgot about that. These towels I really like. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the turmeric out of there, but Lord knows that's a tough ask. So anyways, where was I in my story? Oh, the pocket, like, and yes, any book can be a car, book, pocket book, whatever. So I put them back. I just, you know, I'm good, whatever. And then I looked, and I ended up finding that Banyan Books has a used book section, which I had no idea that it had that. So I was really stoked on that. And I was standing there for no more than a few seconds, and boom, I saw this book, and I was like, again, another like shining down from the heavens moment, you know? And I was like, perfect. So I bought, it was $9, and it was still during the no tax time, because if you don't know, and if you're not from here right now, but BC isn't doing tax till February something on some of the items that we have. And so $9. So I felt really, really, really happy and stoked on that, because obviously that's a very good deal. So that's what I've been doing lately. That's what I've been practicing lately, and what's been keeping me busy. So back to some asana, and back to philosophy and other studies, bhakti yoga, and just staying rooted on the path. And I feel really good about my altar, actually. That has helped to just feel, I don't know, like I feel more connected with the practices that I have this, this altar where I'm just reminded of, I guess, not only what really matters, but I'm reminded of the deities, and I'm reminded of their energy, and I'm reminded of what they mean for us, and I don't know, everything. So that feels good. I'm starting to understand the purpose of an altar nowadays. So that feels good. You'll have to follow my Instagram if you don't already, my yoga Instagram, which I'll have to link below, because this is all on Tula Community, but Tula Community and my yoga space are two different places. But if you want to see my altar, I've been sharing it pretty much every day, just the morning and the evening with it, with my candles and offering flowers, and it feels good, you know. So yeah, so that's what's been keeping me busy in yoga terms. Now, in other ways, I've been keeping busy, not really doing any photos, few podcast related things. Of course, I got a podcast at the moment. I technically have a podcast coming out tomorrow, but who knows when you'll see this. It'll already be out by then, so maybe you should check it out. I recorded it with Aliyah Nourani, and she is a teacher that I got connected with in 2019 here at the North Shore Elements Y Yoga, and she's one of those teachers that, you know, talks about yoga in the class. I know that sounds so silly, but you know exactly what I mean. She's someone that talks about mantra, and she, you know, brings in, you know, mudra and philosophy. She tells us stories of, you know, just passing on the stories of yoga lineage and the deities and stuff like that. It's just really special, and I feel like, you know, nowadays well, for a long time I haven't really gone to any yoga classes that aren't, you know, being held by teachers who are connected and actually teaching the lineage of yoga. Like, I haven't been to a fitness yoga class in a really long time. I don't think I will ever go to one again, but she's great, and so I enjoyed my recording of the episode with her. But if you live around here or want to go to her class, I think that you should, because she holds the space in a really special way, and she commands it well, and there's like a strictness to it, but it's not in a way, it's not too much, and it's not in a way that feels like, oh dear God, you know, whatever. Like, it's this really good balance of guiding and holding the space and whatever, but not in a way where you either are too lazy and complacent, and not in a way where you want to, you know, never go to yoga again, basically, you know? So that's been going on. And then photos wise, I mean, nothing really happens that much in the winter, and now I will be going and doing some photos with some of the other places that I kind of work with more regularly. But as for actual sessions, I haven't been doing a lot of just people sessions, more like business related sessions. But I'm really excited for this coming season, because I think that there is going to be, well, I hope that there's going to be a big demand for work this summer. I think that, and maybe you can attest to this if you have your own thing going on, or you run your own thing or something like that, you'll know that with time, like some years pass, and the first year is kind of like a couple people, and you know, you're just kind of building, and the second year is like pretty good, it's like momentum, and you know, whatever, and the third year is like, all right, like you are motivated, you realize you can start to do this and what have you, and by the fourth year, it is happening because you hear it, you see it, people are messaging you. Like, it's just such an honor, honestly. It's such an honor to feel that people like what you do, or you know, consider their hair. My hair goes everywhere. Yeah, even like consider you, like they see your stuff and they don't even know you. And, yeah, that's nice. I want to work with her, and oof, what a pleasure. Honestly, what a pleasure. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this upcoming photo season, because I just think it'll be really prosperous. I think I'll be able to definitely do some more island trips. Last year I did one, but I do feel, I have a sneaky suspicion I might be doing two. And we will be working with Nectar Yoga again, which is nice. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So that's what I've been up to, I guess, like Tula community wise, you know, podcast coming, and I'll have to record a podcast by myself so that I have something to share, because I'm guestless right now. Other than the one coming out tomorrow, I have nothing in the works at all. So we'll have to buy some time by recording my own episode. And what else? What else is happening? I might juice this and come back to you, because I have some other things to share that I'm really excited about, but I don't want to get started without juicing. So let me juice. I'm going to do all the turmeric, which I think this is going to be really, it's a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot, but like I've juiced just one piece and it is too much. So I'm a little nervous that this is going to be really strong, but we will drink it. But I'm going to juice this, not the ginger. I'm going to try to just juice that by itself. I don't know what's going to happen. But let's see. So I'll be back. Okay, so as you'd expect, the yield was quite low for this. Not a ton that would come out of something like this. I know it's definitely going to be, like I said, it's going to be pungent. But I'm gonna combine it. I realize that I'll probably put about a teaspoon of this with the ginger stuff. I don't know why I'm not doing it all at one. I do know why, but probably be it would make more sense if I just did one batch. But maybe I just want to see you guys for longer. Maybe I just want to be here for longer with you, and stretch it out. So this is what we got. It is less than half a cup. It's so much juice. I don't know how I'm gonna drink it all. It's so much juice. So let's put this here. Ooh. I'm glad that I put the citrus in there, because I really don't know what would have happened if I didn't do that. And we'll see about the ginger, because I also don't know about that. But there we go. There's our here. Drink up. Okay. What I wanted to share was that I started writing on Substack. And if you don't know what that is, I don't really know what that is either, to be honest with you. It's some sort of a writing platform, and I've seen a few people I know that use it, and they use that place to share and to, share their knowledge, their wisdom, their thoughts, their teachings, everything. And it actually seems like a really nice place. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm there, I've been there for, well, it's been 2 days now that I've been adventuring on the website. But it does seem like such a nice and supportive place. And just full of people like sharing really beautiful things and stories, and I don't know, I feel really happy to be there because I have so much to share. And I had talked about this in podcast episodes that I love the podcast because it's the same thing. I'm not limited the way Instagram limits my caption. I can only write 2,200 characters or something like that. And so I get limited because I get to typing and I'm telling this whole thing, and it loses some parts because I have to cut some things and kind of dwindle it down, and that's beautiful too, but I'm appreciating so far Substack. So I'll link that here because I'm like overflowing with ideas of all of these things I've always wanted to share, and I kind of like the aspect of some of it being behind a paywall. And for me, I really want to share a lot of things for free because I think that that's important. I think that I have these teachings and they're really technically not mine. They come from something else, and I have these things to share and these things to make you feel better or help you or to relate with you or anything like that. Little voice notes. I'm allowed, you can post voice notes on there. I think that's so amazing. And I think it's important that that's accessible to anybody at any time. But I do look forward to sharing some things, yes, behind the paywall, because there's just certain things that it's not that they're super private or anything like that. It's just that maybe you don't want to give those things away on Instagram, or maybe they don't really suit your Instagram. Like some ideas that I have that I'm like, I don't really know where this goes. And Substack seems like seems open to whatever you got. It's ready for you, and I look forward to that. So I hope that you pop through and click the link and check out my Substack, and don't ever apologize if you're just subscribing to the free zone. That's beautiful and perfect too. I had someone say, sorry, I can't pay for the, I was like, it's all cool. I really want to make it very equal. Well, for the most part, we'll see. I don't really know. We'll see, but equal for, like a good amount of shares that probably would take more effort from me to be paid for, and littler maybe shares or something like that that are accessible to all, because that's important. So stoked on Substack. So stoked. Okay, let's try just the ginger. So hold on, I'll be back. Okay, the machine had a bit of a tough time with the just ginger, and I realized something. I realized that I'm just going to combine them anyway, because what ends up happening, I never really talked about this before, but I don't know exactly why, but because I think it's a slow juicer, it will extract a lot of liquid, and once it starts ending here, like the liquid coming out, there's still remnants of the pulpy stuff and the whatever you put in before in the auger. And so there's still turmeric and other things in there. So as soon as I started doing this, I realized it is quite orange and gonna be tainted by the turmeric anyway. So I'm just gonna put them together. So thanks for being here. Thanks for witnessing again the foolishness of this channel. But we're gonna combine. We're just gonna combine them. I'm gonna have ginger shots for a couple days. I'll probably take 2 technical shots of this today. And by shots, probably for me, I'll just take a sip and close it and then go again later, basically, I had seen before online, people buy things all the time. People buy these little shot containers like this, maybe on Amazon, I don't know, a little plastic, or maybe some of them are glass or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to make ginger shots. I should buy some of those things. And I was like, you don't need to buy that stuff. You have stuff. I got these jars. It's so interesting how the internet makes you feel like you have to have the things, and you just don't need the things. you probably already have something, and actually it's kind of nice to not get the things because it allows you to be creative and just figure out what you need, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so goodbye then. So yeah, I don't know, that's it for our video today. I'm kind of happy about that because the last one when I edited it was 2 hours of video to edit. It took me like 3 hours to edit the video, and it was a 57, I think, minute video, the last one, so I'm thrilled, not gonna lie, on this one because I think it won't take me that long to edit it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this all apart. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all. I'm not gonna make you sit through me cleaning this tiny little mess up. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me on, again, the Juice Capade. And yeah, love you lots. See you later.